Our viewers across the country, as you said, this is the latest in the series of New Age business briefings brought to you by the SABC and today sponsored by Transnet. And in the hot seat, if we can call it that today, is the Premier of the Gauteng province, Nomvula Mokonyane. And just to give you a little bit of background of how important this province is, whilst the landmass is only 1.4% of the total country, so it's the smallest province by size, it does contribute something in the order of 34% of the country's GDP and houses a fifth of the country's population. 11.2 million people live in Gauteng. So our Premier has a huge job in dealing with the size and the amount of activity that goes on here. A lot of things and issues on her table which we'll be able to unpack with her, and you too at home can participate in that conversation, and we invite you to, and you can do it via Twitter at Mbulivuyo or at Peter Ndoro. Also on the platform hashtag TNA Biz Brief, that's B-I-Z, hashtag TNA Biz Brief if you want to take part in this conversation. And you can also email us at morninglive@sabc.co.za. So whatever you have on your mind, today's your day. You have a direct line to the Premier today, and she'll answer all of the questions that will come through to you in the time that we have. Well, enough from me. Let us now invite the Premier to join us on stage to share her thoughts with us and begin this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Premier of Gauteng, Mrs. Nomvula Mokonyane.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Mr. Ndoro. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow South Africans. We are in a province where everything starts here. We are in a cradle of humankind. Just a few kilometers from where we are, we have what was commonly known as the Sterkfontein Caves, which have now been declared the World Heritage Site. We are also a province that has earned its status of being a gateway to Africa, the economic hub of South Africa, but also, if you want to see the United Nations of the world, you can only find them here in our province. We have an economy that is quite diverse, with various financial institutions, major manufacturing industries, as well as also human beings that are quite committed to work together, united in our diversity. We have heard about the population of the province, but of importance is to note that we are the only province that has got 3 metropolitan municipalities that account for more than 32% of the national output. The growing predominance of tertiary sector is at 72%, with the decline of the secondary as well as the primary sector. We hold the largest share of national employment at 30.84%, and yet our levels of unemployment are quite significant at 25.4%, with the majority being the youth. We also hold the reputation of continental leader in innovation, with some 52% of national research and development expenditure located in our province. What have we been able to do since we came into office in 2009? Together with Team Gauteng, that includes our local authorities, we managed to turn the fortunes of Gauteng around, despite having started this term of government with the finances on the verge of bankruptcy. We paid about 4 billion of outstanding debt during Operation Patala for work previously done for government. We have committed to the 30-day payment of claims that do not have any queries. We have created an innovative and an integrated transport network system that is designed to promote business and tourism, and we are the ones who unveiled the functioning of Gautrain, with the last station, Park Station, being opened in this financial year. We have created not only RDP townships, but we are a leading province that came with Cosmo City, as an integrated mixed housing development. And today we can proudly indicate that we've got a number of those housing developments that create new cities and towns, such as Cosmo, Lufereni in Soweto, Chief Albert Lutuli in Ekurhuleni, Chief Mogale in Mogale City, and many more, including our plans of redevelopment of Lady Selborne in Tshwane. In our quest to promote investment and job opportunities in our province, we will be launching before the end of this month a one-stop investment center of excellence where both domestic and foreign direct investment and trade will be facilitated for the growth of economy. We know that many of those who want to be involved in business as well as investing in the economy of our country have been frustrated by the red tape, the bureaucracy, and moving from one door to the other. I can proudly say, precisely because it starts here, Gauteng, together with SARS, the Department of Trade and Industry, the Department of Environmental Affairs, our municipalities, we will be opening a one-stop investment center here in Sandton, here in Gauteng, so that even those who are coming from OR Tambo can jump onto the Gautrain, get off the Gautrain station here, get into the investment center, make commitments, and know where the future goes in terms of the prosperity of our country through Gauteng. We have worked on the transport area in terms of building sustainable development, promoting sustainable development. We're the only province that has been able to work together with our authorities in developing a single transport authority. The intention there is to make sure that we work towards an integrated, sustainable and reliable transport system. The foundations thereof can be seen through the rollout of the BRT in Johannesburg, where we are now working on the second phase of the BRT, and the city of Ekurhuleni and Tshwane coming together from the beginning of the next financial year. There will be an investment of 10.3 billion in this regard. We have selfishly worked as Team Gauteng, the city region, in ensuring that we don't actually go out with 10.3 billion rands to go and buy new buses. But with the expertise and the capacity we have developed through Gautrain, we want to re-industrialize Ekurhuleni and make sure that we promote manufacturing at Union Courage in Ekurhuleni so that we create jobs whilst we also contribute towards a reliable public transport system. We are already working on a single ticket system. Just looking at Park Station in Johannesburg, you have the taxi rank, you've got Metro Rail, you've got BRT, you've got Gautrain. Already our team in the transport sector is working on a single transport system that is also one of the key tenets of an integrated, reliable, safe transport system. Together with Metro Rail, we are actually rolling out stock, sorting out signaling, because our people have had a raw deal when it comes to the reliability of public transport, save the trains. And the other issue is that we want to contribute towards a better life through the promotion of quality basic education. There's been a dramatic improvement in our matric results, but we have not only looked at the matric results, we are also investing on a bursary scheme, and in our province we can proudly also share with yourselves that our bursary scheme invests on those learners who are coming from no-fee schools that are from previously disadvantaged communities. And over the past year, 1,500 learners received bursaries from the Gauteng provincial government, and guess what? More than 1,100 of those beneficiaries are girl learners, precisely because of the support we're providing to them, not only in terms of education, but even also in terms of social responsibility, where we have the girls' goodies that we provide to them on a quarterly basis, so that we reduce the level of teenage pregnancy, we reduce the level of absenteeism, and we increase participation as well as their own development. We have invested more than 200 million on the senior secondary improvement program out of our own budget. We can also safely say, as a province, we always plan a year ahead for the new year of learning by ensuring that by the month of September of every year, end of year, we register learners. And we really want to urge fellow South Africans, precisely because we are a province, not a province of foreigners. We are a province of migrants, people who are coming into the province any time of the year. We encourage even those that will be coming from Limpopo, which actually contributes the largest portion of people who are moving from one province to the other, the Eastern Cape being the second, that if you have any intention of taking your child to a school in Gauteng, you have to register in the month of September, because schooling in Gauteng starts on the first day of every school calendar. Yes, we have had a bad reputation on the health sector, but I can safely say our primary health services have actually contributed to the reduction of HIV and AIDS deaths. We have seen also the maternal and infant mortality rate reduced beyond the Millennium Development Goal target here in the province, and our primary health care has also shown a lot of improvement. The challenges are manifested more in our central hospitals. What is it that we are doing? We went to central government before they could even decide on declaring us Section 100. We were the ones who went in and said, we're sitting on a serious time bomb, precisely because of the historical commitments that were done wrongfully, and also because of some of the challenges that have to do with a province that has got a largest number of in-migration. We have been able to work on a turnaround strategy. We have appointed key personnel in the Department of Health. We have now re-established the Department of Health, which was previously outsourced to the private sector, because we've also come to realize that not all solutions can be found through outsourcing. We have reduced the number of accruals. To date, we have paid more than 4 billion rands to all those who have been owed by the provincial government. We are now applying consequential action against those who have committed government beyond the funds that government could afford. The other thing that we've also done, we've instituted forensic investigations in our medical supply depot, where annually we're investing an amount of 3.2 billion, and we've not been getting value for money, because our hospitals will run short of medical supplies and equipment, and also on our maintenance. We've repositioned our own Department of Infrastructure to make sure that we buy the skills that are needed for infrastructure development. 32 million has been invested on recruiting engineers, quality surveyors, project managers, so that we have in-house capacity that can help us to deal with maintenance, but also infrastructure development. We are the second after KwaZulu-Natal to establish the Planning Commission in the Office of the Premier and roll out the Performance Monitoring and Evaluation Unit. And following the President's move of having the Presidential Hotline, we've got a hotline that is linked to our municipalities to deal with all queries that have got to do with service delivery, with poor management, as well as all other general issues that our people are quite keen to get the solutions from government on. Moving forward, we are going to invest a lot on infrastructure development to the tune of 3.4 billion on the recapitalization and improvement of the CD Bank sewer network, precisely because property development in Gauteng, in the south of Gauteng, has been stalled because of lack of bulk services. We are also working together with the provincial government of KwaZulu-Natal and the Free State on the Durban eThekwini Johannesburg rail corridor, which we believe is going to be of help in terms of the movement of goods and services. We are working with the city of Ekurhuleni in turning around OR Tambo International Airport into an aerotropolis, an airport city that can be in a position to promote the movement of goods and services, but also encourage investment. We are now working together with the National Department of Transport in rolling out new freeways and new roads that connect Gauteng with the northwest, that connect Gauteng with Limpopo, and also the rollout of the second phase of the Gauteng Freeway Improvement Program. Lastly, we believe taking forward this program, this province, we need to have long-term visioning. We have launched the Gauteng Vision 2055. That has been embraced by the national government. And together with the Minister of Planning at the national level, we've also identified the area of urban development as a critical area that the country itself must pay attention to. It's okay for us to move on issues of rural development, but if you don't deal with the urban development, development and plan ahead, like we see what is happening throughout the world, we might have a challenge. So part of what we would also be sharing with fellow South Africans here now is that let us participate in determining the future of this country, the future of this province, the future of generations to come through our contributions in Vision 2055. We are building a reliable and credible public service. We have reduced the levels of maladministration and corruption in the province. We are also investing on reskilling the public service so that it is capable of responding to the needs of a developmental state. We're working with the private sector in job creation through the placement programs, the skills pipeline project, and ensuring that all of us, we are able to develop the skills that are needed for our economy. We can only do that if we all work together. We've seen the reduction of crime because of partnership between the police, the communities, and government. We can only succeed if all of us take that direct responsibility. However, we remain quite concerned about the escalation of crimes against women and children in our province, and we believe it is a societal issue. All of us have to take responsibility in that regard. I am here today to come and share with yourselves on what needs to be done, but also to account on where we come from, what we have been able to do, and we believe determining the future today can actually bring prosperity tomorrow. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the premiere of Gauteng, and we're going to begin our conversation in a few moments' time. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we start the conversation in earnest. So get your pens writing, fill in your questions, start tweeting, sending your emails, and let's get talking. All of that after this break. Stay with us.